All right. Good morning, everybody. All right, so we're going to go ahead and share the screen. So today, what I wanted to kind of cover, sorry for the late night invite. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm getting ready to go to Europe. Woo! I'm so excited. So those of you who know, I'm leaving. Yay. Am I coming back? I'm not sure. No, I'm just kidding. But I will be going off on a cruise to, I'm leaving on the 15th and I'll be cruising for 9 days. Yay. And then I will be in Rome for 5 days. So I'll be checking out the Greek Isles and all that. So I will have my two wonderful other brokers here, Danny Williams and Patricia, covering me. So if you need anything, and of course I will have my wonderful team helping me as well. I also have some other news. Hold on a second. Let's just do this for a second. We have a new addition. So this is a little sad, but I'm going to announce it. Jill Raines, who we all love so well, has decided to retire. So, because she can. So, but Michelle Jarre is going to be replacing her. She'll be joining us soon and starting training next week. She joins us from Tavistock. Nice. So you'll be seeing her on site, and Jill's staying with us, not giving us any kind of deadline, which is great to make sure we get Michelle all started up and running. And I'm sure Jill will be hanging out, and we'll be throwing her a big welcome, kickoff to her enjoying her career and her fun, retirement party. So what have you. But anyway, so I did want to share that, and I'll share that again in our sales meeting. But since you guys are on, I figured I might as well say that when you guys would be like, who is this person? And what are they doing? So you guys know. Okay, so today we're going to talk about who out there is using list alerts or who's using MLS to send to buyers. Who's using MLS still? Horrible. Stop it. It's ugly. Would you guys not agree that when you send those listings to buyers are ugly?
I mean, they changed the whole thing. Now it's even worse.
Yeah, now it's worse.
Yeah, it was better because now before it was a link.
Yeah.
Now it's worse.
Now it's worse, and it's an email, and do they get it? We don't. And if they're foreign, they can unsubscribe so easy. And how do you get them resubscribed? Good luck. I had always. It's a long process, and it's like a nightmare. You're better off just getting them a new email, which try to do that with a foreigner, right? It's a nightmare. So much better to do it right from our website. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And you go into your hub, and you go right under here, under marketing, and it's called listing alerts. So right from listing alerts, you can set up whatever the criteria is, because remember, this is set up to our IDX feed. This is set up to our MLSs, right? So I have set a couple up here. We could take a peek at one, and then we'll go in and create our own. What do we have? Homes in Windermere. Let's see, West Coast properties. We got a bunch of them here. We have some fun things. Lake Nona training for carrier. Okay, let's take a peek. Let's see, I don't know what I put in here as a criteria, but we're going to create one. This is what they look like when you set them up.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that nice?
Mm.
Yep. And they can click on them. And when they click on them, it tells them what they are. And this is, once you set it up, you can make it come immediately. You can make it come weekly, daily, whatever, just like you can in the MLS, right? And you can also text it to them. And it looks just like this on their phone. And they can say, I'm interested, schedule a tour, virtual tour, print view, or map. So if you want to say, let's just look at it, you click on it, it brings it to your website. This is what's great. So now they're on your website. Now on your website, they're looking at the photos. They're looking to see more information. They can fill out more information here. They can save it. You're seeing all of this stuff because they're in your profile, right? Right? Isn't this nice?
But you can search just as you're searching MLS.
Yes, I'm going to show you. We're going to do it right now. But I wanted you to see what it looks like first. And then you can go through the gallery just like you can. Isn't this so much nicer than the MLS?
Yeah.
Right? And then you can see all the information. The virtual tours right here. It gives you all the details, the area map, and then similar listings. So look at something else. So all of this is right here. Now, let's say they didn't click on that one. Let's say instead they clicked on schedule a tour. Now you're going to get a message because look, they just texted me that they want to take a tour. How great is that?
So I normally get, when I send these out, they click on I am interested normally,
Okay.
and then I get an email. The
So-
only shame about this is that I would get the email and there's nowhere I can click. I have to literally get the address, put it on some, MLS to find it.
So they didn't send a text. They just sent the email. So maybe we have to make sure that your phone number's in here, because my phone number didn't auto-populate in here. So maybe there's something that we can
No, but even
see.
if I get a text, I can't click on it. Like I just get the address. Like he's
Oh.
interested in this address, and I have no idea. Like I can't really quickly.
Click on it to
Yeah,
see.
that would be.
So
a cool
you would
thing.
have to maybe go right into your hub.
Yeah, I have to go into my MLS.
No,
Oh,
not your
okay.
MLS,
Oh,
to
see
go
it
into
in
your
the hub.
hub because it's right in your hub.
And where is it in the hub?
Yep. So it would be located under your customers. So this is what's cool. Let's see, who is this set up on? So who do we set this up for? Well, that's set up for Carrie Prieto. So if we go into this contact and we say view contact detail, now we have everything about this contact right here. So right from where you set up the listing alerts, you see, you have all this, you have if any text messages were sent, if they clicked on any emails, all the things that you sent them, any reports, it's all right here
Wow, I
in their
love it.
lead.
Surprise!
Surprise! We have all this cool stuff for you that nobody knew was here. Yes.
WhatsApp as well.
Yeah, I have not seen that you can send it to WhatsApp, but you can text it and then forward it to the WhatsApp. I don't think that it automatically goes to WhatsApp, unfortunately. It doesn't give you the option for WhatsApp, which is a bummer because that would be a really cool. I will put it in the suggestion box because I like that one, but it only gives you the option to text. Yeah, but you in this email, look, I put in, oh, she's amazing about Carrie Prieto. She's such a cool person. Oh, hey, I wrote that about myself. So, but you can put any details in here, guys. This is what's cool. You can see everything that's being sent. You can see all of the drip campaigns you set this person up on. Everything is being kept in this one contact. And what's cool about it is when you set them up, you can see it right under the list alerts because you just click right on the contact. So here's Karen Brooks. I did Karen. She's part of the Ocala team. We set her up. And here we see exactly what she viewed, if she set what she set up on. Now she's one of our agents and we just did this as a trainee, so there's nothing going on in here. Unfortunately, my account really has nothing good because I just did it as training, so these are agents. So if I ever had one of you guys that were using it, we could actually look at a customer and see what they were doing. Let me see if I do have any customers. Melissa's agent, Michael's an agent, Suzanne's. These are all agents. So I have Randy and Michelle. Let's see if they did anything. They were the people I gave to you, Randy and Michelle.
Oh yeah.
But then nothing happened. So yeah,
Nothing
no.
happened with that one. You can go to Sebastian did.
Alejandro, yeah, all these people are agents. So nothing really
I
happened.
deleted him.
But you can see, my point is, you don't have to go and search into your contacts. It's all located right off of the same listing alerts tab. And you can edit that tab at any time. So like if I decide that I want to change, I can see what they're looking at, or I can simply edit what I set them up as right here.
And you
change
can
the
do-
budget, blah, blah,
You
blah,
can do concierge, same thing.
See, and you can't do concierge where you view it before you send it. So you either say immediately 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 28 days. So if you wanted to send it, this is like an auto email. You can do it, but then that's not going to be a setup on the auto email. Then you're just doing it as a one-time email.
So if you wanted to review before, you can send it to you and then from
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But if you want it, it's a manual concierge. Exactly. Well, that's kind of what concierge is, really, when you think about it. It really is the same thing. And see, send text notification. Yes. That's how you know that you're sending it to them via text.
Automatically from there.
It automatically sends them as a
So
text.
do they have to like
No.
agree? Or,
No.
What? Not the MLS. They have to like.
Yes, they
confirm,
don't.
And nobody does. And like, I'm not getting a text.
Yeah,
You need to confirm.
They don't. all you have to do is have their phone number, which is a mobile number, in here so they can receive the text. Yep. And you could say, if you wanted to copy yourself on the report, you could here so that you're seeing what they're
Yeah,
getting.
yeah.
So that's to your point.
Yeah.
You could do that right here, right? You could set the minimum number of listings. Now, listen, today, do we have to worry about that?
No.
No. You know, if the market switched,
Yeah,
then you
maybe.
might want to do that. But today, we'd be lucky to have
Yeah,
25 listings coming,
exactly.
right? That would be a miracle. Now, you could also set an expiration. If, you know, like let's say, for example, we're pending, we don't want them to receive anymore. We can change this to today's date so they don't receive any more listings because we don't want them to keep looking and getting antsy.
Yeah.
So we can stop that. Right? We can also go in here at any moment. We can name what it is, which this is only for us. So we know what it is. So like, let's say you set somebody up, but you don't want them to get all the same one. Maybe you set them up on condos, you set them on townhomes, you know, whatever it is.
Separate them.
Maybe you want to separate it right because you might want to tweak it individually. You don't want it all in one group.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that.
Yeah.
So this is how you, but they won't see that because they'll just see it as a separate text. They won't know, right? For them, it doesn't matter. And then this is an intro that you can actually send to say, hey, here's the latest poems. Like you can, just like you can in MLS, you can actually write what you want to say to
And
them.
they'll get it every
And they'll
time.
get it every time. I didn't write anything here because I don't
I
care,
like
but
it.
you can if you wanted to, right? And then you could write a display title. This is what they'll see. Homes you're searching for in Lake Nona, right? Condos that you might like. Townhomes I think you really will love, whatever, right? And then, so this is exactly what you're setting up. And this is the MLS. So you hit edit. Now we could just hit new and create a new one. We're just going to hit edit. I mean, we could create a new one just from the beginning. And this is the MLS. So this is exactly where you're setting up your search criteria. So we're going to say you set your price point. So in here, I said 800 to 1.2 million. You can search for whatever you want. I said active, single family. Obviously, you don't want anything pending or closed, right? And then if you wanted year built, you could do that. If you only want new homes, if you only want
That's the
homes,
same.
same exact thing. You could put a zip code. You could put a subdivision if you only want to show homes in Eagle Creek. As a matter of fact, let's create a new one. Let's do one.
How about like waterfront or lake?
Sure.
Island, all of that?
Let's do a new one. Let's do a new
So
one.
there's no reason to go into the MLS.
No.
But we still need to add them.
New
to the
lifestyle.
MLS. We still need to
Why?
use- no?
No. This is in, I love that though. Great question. This is instead of using the MLS because the MLS, first of all, that sends an iHome thing or whatever.
Oh, please, don't tell
That
us.
is horrible.
I don't know why they did that.
And then they have to actually respond to that. And like, it's awful. And then they're thinking like, who am I getting this from? Right? Like, it doesn't even look like it's from you.
No, and then you have to send them an invite. If they don't
I
click
know.
OK, then they can't move around. They can't touch it. They
No.
can't pull hard. They can't. It's who cares?
But
So-
by law, we don't have to use the MLS. So
No.
our listings to get into the
No.
MLS.
No, we will
Just
put our
tell
listings.
us.
All of our, good
That's
question,
for- that's
Karina.
for buyers.
All of our listings
Ah.
will go in the MLS.
You're
Okay.
gonna use
Our
that.
listings are in the MLS. This is simply to set our buyers up on a search.
I see.
Absolutely.
Just for the.
So
buyer.
when you're going to set your buyers up on a search, instead of setting them up on a search in MLS, we're going to set them up with search in our myhub.
Got it.
Because now they're going to get a much nicer search. They're going to get it to text message
Yeah.
and email.
That makes even more sense.
And then when they go
Because-
search and look more on it, instead of going just on the MLS and that portal, which is not even really the portal anymore, right? Yeah, it's horrible. They're actually going to our website.
Yeah. Nothing beats text.
And the text is the best. The text,
Can
nothing
I
beats the text.
Text individual properties, like I just
Yeah.
saw this property on the MLS today, I wanna text them, how do I do that?
Yeah. So let's say you're in here, you're finding a
Because
property.
many of them they're so specific, you can't put them on a search.
Yeah.
You have to search yourself every day, and there's one maybe a day that shows up.
So if you're doing that search
Mhm.
and you create that search and it's only one property, but you say text immediately. So you create a search like for yourself, or, you know, you make it yourself or for that customer, but you find that and you say text immediately and you put it under their contact and you text it. You would have this search set up. You would have the parameters set up. You know, you're going to come in here and look probably every day because, you know, you're searching every day to see if there's something new, right? But when you find it, you hit send and it texts it immediately. So you don't have to recreate the search. It's
So I
already
should
here.
Exclude everything else and select that one only.
Right.
Just check mark.
Yeah. You'll see. Okay, so let's say we're gonna look. And so we say new search. And let's say we say, which community? Let's look at Eagle Creek because we may find something.
Whatever.
We may not, but we can pretend. Okay, so, Is there? okay, so we're gonna say list price. I think we're gonna leave that open. We're just gonna see, oh, totally open because God knows what we're gonna find here right now. And we're gonna say single family homes, but you could do lots. You could do, there's other types of things you can find there, just so you see. I wouldn't probably, I mean, you don't really find a lot of commercial in MLS anyway, but you see, you could look for condos and townhomes here and you can separate that, right? So multifamily, again, but remember, there's not a ton of multifamily in MLS either, but see, it's the same setup as MLS. Okay, and then instead of, yep, 32832, I'm gonna put the zip code, and then I'm gonna put in subdivision, and I'm gonna say Eagle. I could put in Eagle Creek, but see, this is where you would want to choose Eagle Creek. Now, the thing is, there's a ton of Eagle Creeks, right? So you'd have to select them all. Yeah, but you got to select them all because the problem with MLS
Yeah.
is it's only as good as the people who put in the information in.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're searching and they put it in a billion different
Yeah.
ways, so you might not want to put it in that way. So let's say you wanted to make sure you really got it. You could go into map search. Aha. And
You know how you put the star next to it?
yeah,
Doesn't
it
look like-
doesn't really do the star function. You actually have to select them all here. That would be nice. But instead, what you could do here is you could bring this up and we could Lake Mary Jane, East Lake Toho. Let's go in here. Here's Narcoossee. So here's Eagle Creek, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. Lake Hart. So Eagle Creek, would you say is like this whole area here? So let's just say we said this whole area, right? Would it go down here too or not really? So we could just do this whole area and we could call it Eagle Creek.
And it stays saved. So for your next buyers, it's still,
Mhm,
it stays saved. Like, if
exactly.
the map you took once in Eagle Creek, it stays like that.
It
So
looks like
now we-
reminds you.
See, and now you have, exactly. So now we have Eagle Creek and we're gonna have preview. Oh, we won't preview because I have to pick a contact. So I'm gonna put Carrie Prieto on this because, you know, she always looks for everything. And I'm gonna say, display homes in Eagle Creek, whatever you wanted to say here, right? In Eagle Creek, you may love, whatever, right? I'm gonna say immediately or whenever you want to send it. I would say text. Oh, so this one, I picked the wrong one. That one, I have a billion Carrie Prietos on here. Noble phone number is not found, so I have to pick another Carrie Prieto. That may have a mobile number on it. Let's see if this one does. Oh, missing invalid information. Okay, whatever. So you have to pick someone that actually has a mobile phone number in there since I've created this one for myself. Or you could say, you know what, let's just create a new contact right here. And I'm going to say, Carolyn, God help me, Prieto, because I'll know I did it in the class. Because I would never actually call myself that.
Yeah, you're right.
Carolyn is my name, never use it, but it is on the door. Yeah, who the heck is that? Yeah. People go to the door, they're like, who is all those names belong to? Yeah, they all belong to me. That was a bad choice when I got married. I don't know what I was thinking there. My mom messed me up, you know, they all messed me up. Okay, I know it already exists because I've used it a billion times. And then you have to make sure you put it in the mobile because if I put it in by accident in the home number, it won't show, right? 8818. Okay, so now I hit save and close.
I think we were adding your people in there too.
Yeah, so in case, you know, you could add them right here too. You don't have to do it later, so you could do it at the time.
If you add a spouse, does
Okay.
it also go to the spouse?
So, you know, you can add them right here too. You could add multiple people. on the same.
So is it, when you add a contact, is it better to create the spouse within that contact? Or
No,
add
if
another
I would,
contact
because you
with
won't
this?
get, they won't both get text messaged,
Okay,
right? So if you want them both to get the text, I would add them both here as a separate contact.
okay.
Yeah, because otherwise they both won't get the text message. And okay, so now I say yes. Okay, so now I don't want 25 because just maybe there are 100. I don't know. Now let's see preview. So now we can see if there really are any. Let's take a preview. And it says email address is not defined. Okay, what is wrong with my email address? Good God. Ugh. What is wrong with Carolyn Prieto? What is wrong with this person? I put in an email, didn't I? Browse. Good God. New contact. Come on, give me a break. Now I'm gonna do it again. Now this is how I get 50 Carolyn Prietos, right? There you go. Email, Carrie Prieto at Yahoo. All right, mobile. I know there it is. Oh, and they won't let me put it in again? That's annoying.
You have to fix the one you have.
At me.com. I'm just gonna lie about it. Just making up a bullshit. There you go. Okay, there we go. 407, 404. Okay, there we go. There's a bogus one. Me.com. I think that actually might be one. I really don't. But it doesn't matter, right? Because we don't care. Okay, save and close. This is for purposes of training, guys. We don't really care if it's a bogus one.
You're fine, Carrie.
I'm funny. That's how I am. Okay, now let's see. Okay. Because I wanted to text it and show you guys what the text message looks like. That's the idea. Ooh, and then here you go. Isn't that nice? Oh, I didn't pick Eagle Creek, and I guess I obviously didn't draw it very well either, but that's okay. So I could go back in and then draw it a little bit better. But this
Can
is,
you add it, like, can you add us right now, for example, to get a text as we speak right now?
yeah, I could. I could. The other thing I could do is watch this. I should have, if I say save and send, right? Okay, your report will be emailed, which who knows where that me.com is. I mean, I might be sending it to someone else, and maybe they'll want to buy a home. Whoever that person is, we may get a sale, folks. I don't know. We will see. But I'm going to wait and see if I get this. And I'm going to go ahead and take on this and add some contacts.
Can you add
And
a
send
group
it.
into them?
I texted it, but I'm going to see if I can add to it so you guys can all see it. A contact, new contact. The problem is I don't want you guys all getting these things from me, but let's see if I added, let's see, Luciana Nevella and her email. The problem is you might be in here again, and this is the problem. Luciana.nevella. Hmm?
Can you delete me after?
Yeah, but I'm saying you might be in here already. What's your mobile number? Yeah, see, your email already exists, and now let me put you in there. So hold on, let me just show you though. Yeah, I just want to delete. Hold on. Cancel. Yes, let's see if I get the text message right away. Of course, I haven't got the text message yet.
So you got the text and then you.
When I get
forward
the text, I'm going to forward it to you guys.
it? Right, but
Mhm.
like this program, you don't do that, obviously. You just do it directly from. You just pick
The contact.
I get it.
The contact person that I'm sending it to has a phone number that I'm going to text it to. So if there's 2 people, 3 people, what happened?
Refresh.
Oh. Reload. Oh, I got it? No, not yet. Oh, new listing. I did get it. So I'm going to send it to you guys. Ready? This is what it looks like. Tatiani. And I'm gonna send it to Luciana.
Oh, boy.
And I'm gonna send it to Karina. Who else wants me to send it? Anybody online want me to send it so you guys can, oh, let's send it
I
to
like
Karen.
him.
Anybody online want me to send it to you?
Yeah, Carrie, I'll take it.
Okay. let me send it-
Amazing.
All right, so,
Send it to me, Carrie.
okay, let me send it to you right now so you can see it. Let me send it to
How come these ones are sitting there? That's weird.
Barbara, Ashley Jones. But it has it look good, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, looks great.
To Luz, Corina. Oops, Luz.
Wow.
Let me send it to Rosanna.
Oh, yeah, this is nice.
Isn't that
That
nice?
looks very
Design?
great. Mhm.
Victoria.
When you put the share, it give you the WhatsApp.
Oh, it did. Oh, okay, cool.
You can scan it.
Victoria. What else do I have on? Christina Costa.
Nice.
Christina. Costa.
Thank you, Carrie.
Sure. See who else I have on here. Let me make sure. Who else did I miss? I don't know who's on the
Christine,
phone.
thank you.
April. Who else? April. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody? I got one to April. Christine, you should have got one. Luce got one. Who else did I miss? I don't know who's the phone that called in. I can't see the phone news. Oh, Beverly, do you want one? Oh, you use it all the time because I taught you how to do it.
Ah, cheater.
It looks good though, right? You got yours?
Yeah.
So,
So,
mhm.
we need access, right? I need.
Well, this, oh, Andrea, you want, did you get yours? Let me send it to yours, Andrea. Okay,
To do all that. No.
Andrea and line. Okay, so let's recap so everybody knows how to do it, okay? Because that's important. So when you're in the myhub, what you want to do is you can also go, okay, I'm gonna go slow.
Here, no, 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 no.
I know, and I drank a cup of coffee, so. Let me go. Take-
International phone numbers.
Yeah. As
Oh,
long,
WhatsApp?
and yeah, Luciana says you, when it says share, you can share it to WhatsApp.
Yeah, but it's one by one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, so when you go into the myhub, you can actually go right down to listing alerts. You guys see, it's actually got its very own button.
See.
Ooh, you don't even have to remember where it lives.
I like it.
Okay, you click on the button, listing alerts, and you would hit new.
You can know?
New.
You.
And then you put in the name of whatever listing alert you're gonna do for. So if you're gonna do, you know, homes in whatever zip code, whatever you're searching for.
No, you can share right from there to WhatsApp. And you
That,
get the whole
that's what,
thing.
oh, you did?
Yeah. I
Tatiana says
shared
you get the whole thing.
Luciana. Look.
There you go. You can share it in WhatsApp, guys. So
thing.
that's awesome. So let's say I said
Oh, that one.
homes in Windermere, whatever. So now you go to the, so you put in whatever type. This is again for who, guys? What is the name here for? Who's that for? No, this one is for you. So the first one here is for you to remember. So you might want to say, but whoever the customer's for training, right? So I'm putting it on here for training, so I know, but you might want to say whatever customer that's for, so that you can do it. You'll see it anyway, because remember the name is going to be associated. We'll look at that at the end, but you might, whatever, so it's a quick search for you, so you'll remember whatever it's about, okay? But they don't see that, you see that. They see the display title, Windermere and Wonderful. Thought you might like these.
Yeah, you got one. huh?
So you don't put
Pick one
anything in
each one,
criteria and
share.
context? You see that?
If you want to.
No, but it's a criteria.
No, criteria you have to. You hit edit. The criteria is the MLS.
Yeah.
You have to go into the criteria because that's your MLS. So when you go into criteria, that's where you put in what you're looking for. So I am looking for a list price of 800,000 in Windermere. up to 1.5. And I want something that is active. I want something that is a single family. I'm gonna put in the zip code because Windermere, I don't necessarily want an area, 34786. I don't know of a zip, no, Windermere only has one zip code.
No, but some of the cities like.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes there's a subdivision you might want, sometimes it's a zip code, so you can put in whatever you want. But let's go down, maybe you want bedrooms and bathrooms that you care about, but what I
Sorry.
want to show you, yes,
Could you put in more than one zip code?
yes. You could
Okay.
put in Windermere and Winter Garden if you chose, like, let's do that. Let's put in Windermere and Winter Garden, 34787. Although I said Windermere and so now, but it doesn't matter, I'm doing this for training, so who cares? But now let's go down here, say I want a private pool, yes. I don't maybe care about that, but I want to say waterfront, yes. Right now, let's talk about waterfront. Now, maybe I want my view to be, you know, a specific type of view. Do I want it to be a lake, right? Do I want it to be, maybe I wanted a golf course too. Ocean, that'd be really special in Windermere. I don't know how you're gonna get that one done. I don't think we're gonna find anything on that, right? So you could put in, you know, different things here. And
Should
then
put active as well, otherwise you get interested in all the pending ones.
I only put active.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I put that in first. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who the heck wants
Yeah.
pending? Oh, God, no, thank you. Mhm.
'Cause
To
if you
your
don't
point.
Specify active, it's gonna send them. everything.
Yeah, you don't want that. Then, so I'm trying to put in a couple extra things, you know, that maybe if there's certain amenities that you wanted, maybe you only want something that has, you know, a ski resort, that would be really special. Tennis courts, whatever, you can put that kind of thing in here. So they do have some things. New construction, you could say yes, if you're only looking for new construction. If you're looking in Windermere for that, don't bother because there is none, right? So, but you could do that. So now you can say, again, with all of that good stuff, we could go and say, okay, and let's see if we find anything. So again, we have to put a contact. You won't be able to see anything until you put a contact. So I have to use Carolyn Prieto. Okay. And she has a missing one, so let's use the other Carolyn Prieto. So I'm gonna use two people. They're sisters, they're twins. Okay, great.
No, okay. One with the same one.
Oh, I did. Oh, I don't know, maybe I did the same. I don't really care.
Okay,
At least we
so
have
just
one
put any
person.
contact.
Put a contact, and then we're gonna preview it.
So for example, I can put,
Oh, I have no listing. So that means I picked something that did not give me a listing. So I have to look at my search results and see what did I pick that was too specific that probably, nah, I don't think that's it. I think probably it's the lake here. So I'm gonna say, okay, and let's say preview. Yeah, it was the lake. No, maybe not. Current email. Oh, it's the stupid Carolyn. I don't know which one I picked now. Dang, Carolyn, she's a problem. We're gonna have to delete her after we're done. No. Oh my gosh, Carrie
so if it's a
Prieto.
new contact, I have to create it first and then. See where it says new contact?
Yeah, right here, new contact. Carolyn, I'm gonna use Carolyn Vander's item. Okay, excellent preview. I won't actually send it. Okay. Now, look how nice. Notice how much bigger they are. That's because there's less homes. So the more homes that the less homes they have, the larger they get. So these are the very few that they had that I guess have a water view that are in that price point in Windermere. And there they are. So what do you guys think? Now, if I wanted to say print view, it's going to open it up in a PDF type version, and then it comes out with exactly what you could print if you wanted to add when you wanted to bring this on a showing. Now, I like the buyer tour, but honestly, this is a really nice one for the buyer tour, isn't it? So the cool thing is if you've done this as a listing alert and you know they want to go see it, you just come right back in here because it saves it. And you just print these babies up for your showing.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go back into Cloud CMA and create a buyer tour because don't you think this is pretty nice?
Yeah.
Made your life simple, didn't it?
I
So,
think this is not too good to be true.
well,
I mean,
we're
that's
looking
really
at it,
negative. Okay, no, but I'm trying like to create a new contact, for example.
Right.
So you need a file as mapping
uh-huh,
and then first, last.
right? Make sure you put an email and make sure you put the phone number under mobile. Because if you put it under home, it won't work. You gotta make sure you put it under mobile, okay? So I think that's pretty cool. And then if you want to see the map view, it opens exactly where this is as well. Oh, and then people can make comments on this. This is kind of cool too. So when you set up your showing, you can actually print all this with your showing schedule. So you can print it with their comments if they choose to make comments on these, which is pretty neat too. So when they are looking at it, they can comment on these inside. So when they're looking at them, which is pretty neat too. So there it goes. It shows you that.
Where did they?
When they are saving their, you know, if they say they're on they're in your website and they save a profile, they can actually make comments in their profile, which you'll see, and you'll see their stuff when you're in here. Let's see. Let's just say save and send. Okay, Caroline, you just got something. There you go. Fabulous. Oh, except I texted her. She's gonna be like, hey, Carrie, why are you texting me here? But if you go into Carolyn's profile here, so you'll see what people have been sent. Oh, that's an old profile. That's so funny. She hasn't been a stock worth for years, so she won't get that. So that'll be fun. But if you go into the profile, let's go into the contact details. Let's see, view contact details. Remember, this is what you're creating right now, Luciana, the contact details, right? So you can see, as a matter of fact, they can actually request to get market reports from where they are. They can request to get different information. And so this can all go into this particular contact, and you can see it'll all get recorded here on this one particular page. It all gets linked into their actual physical contact. So this is where you're looking at the contact. And then if you want to edit the contact, you just click here and you go into, if you will, the back end of the contact, right? Which is this kind of side. So at any moment you could add this person onto a report. You can add things to here, but you could have done that as well from the front side. So let's look at this. Yep, save and continue. Let me show you. So for example, we're here on the front here, and if I want to manage this, these contact groups that they're in, I can manage the contact groups that they're in. And I don't want them to be receiving, for example, anything from the newsletter campaign. I can take them off that right there. Because if I know I'm sending this nurture campaign for the newsletters, which is great. I love that, by the way. Anybody using this newsletter nurture campaign? Does anybody know what the newsletter nurture campaign is?
No.
Okay, excellent. So let's move on to what is the newsletter nurture campaign. So in Active Pipe, remember we rolled out 3 AI campaigns. So these are campaigns that happen automatically. I don't remember if they were, some were like bi-weekly and some were monthly. The newsletter nurture campaign, I believe, was monthly. And it sends out information for you. The newsletter one sends out like reside information. It's like more stuff about the brand and lifestyle-y kind of information. So
About your neighborhood, because we have some campaign about your neighborhood. How is your neighborhood doing, your zip code?
that stuff is the neighborhood report, comes from myhub. The nurture campaigns, the newsletter nurture campaign, the buyer nurture campaign, and the seller nurture campaign. Those 3 campaigns come out of Active Pipe. And those campaigns will be, for example, the buyer nurture campaign. You have somebody, they were interested, but they're not ready to buy, right? It was like an online lead. And we thought that they were liking single family homes, but they started clicking on 2-story homes for some reason. Now, this AI function will start changing the homes it's sending them based upon what they're clicking. It's really cool. Yeah. So in your HubSpot, you can select people and put them on either the buyer nurture campaign, the seller nurture campaign, or the newsletter nurture campaign, or all three, right? I wouldn't put buyer and seller at the same time. That's a little weird, right? But you can put them on those. That will automatically feed it to an active pipe where they'll get these newsletter, these emails that will be sent out for you automatically. That's part of that active pipe that we rolled out a couple months ago. I don't remember when.
Review these, I have to go on after.
Those will be an active pipe. In my opinion, you should put everybody on the newsletter nurture campaign because it's just really nice stuff about lifestyle. It's all that Sotheby's good stuff, the reside about wonderful stuff. So whether you want to put people on buyer or seller, I don't think I would just put anybody on that one, right? Those are going to be people that maybe want to buy or sell. But the stuff about the newsletter nurture campaign, that should probably be anybody, right? Why not? So, but if you wanted to take somebody off, you could just do it right there. You can see, for example, if any emails that you ever sent this customer, you click on here, view all, and you can see any emails you ever sent them. It is all collected in this one place, which is really cool right here. See, I've sent this customer, Carrie, she's so cool, all of these awesome holiday ones. Join me tomorrow from 4 to 6 for the campaign in mid-century modern. What is that? You can click on it and I can see, oh, isn't that nice? Alejandro's. I sent this to Carrie. Isn't that great? So you can see that this has gone out to this customer. You can see every email that's ever gone out to the customer. It is kept in the file, which is really great. And then if there's ever been text messages, so now that I've put them on the text campaign, and there's other things too, Andre, that you can text them. There's other campaign things you can text them, but you can see here anything that's ever been texted to them. It will appear in here. And then you can see the recent marketing reports that they've been sent. And that is so cool too. So you can see, like, if they ever contact you and say, oh, I really like that, you can see what they have been receiving. And to your point, here's the neighborhood trend report. So this customer has been receiving the Toscana one, the one for, this person's been receiving a lot. I put them on a lot of things. So you can look at and see what they've been receiving. And then I can see this is what they've been receiving for Toscana. Oh, okay. And then I can see what I sent them. But you have all of this detail right here in their file. So, because this poor person I use for training all the time because it's me. But you can see everything that they've ever received. So these are the neighborhood trend reports and the list reports that have all been sent. This is the market reports that this person has been receiving. And then this is the quarterly reports. So you can see everything that they've been receiving. See, you can see all of them. And then you can click on them and see what that report looked like, which is really nice. So you never have to wonder, what did they get? Do I even know what they've been receiving? They keep all of that, a record for you in here. So you know what every customer's been receiving.
That's cool.
You guys know that? It's pretty cool, right? So even this is a CRM, it's just not as, you can't necessarily know how they're engaging with it. That's the only down part, I would say, to our hub. It doesn't really track what they're clicking on, and not typically, no. That's what we use Active Pipe for. Active Pipe will say who's opened it, what they clicked on it. If there's multiple places they could click, it'll tell you where they've clicked. And that's how we can tell what they're engaging with. And that's why we use this in conjunction with Active Pipe. Everybody make sense on that? Everybody kind of understand where I'm going with that one? And then again, you can have information here. If you wanted to set any appointments with them, you can put it right in here, but you can also set tasks for yourself for this customer. If you want to remind yourself to send them something, to call them, to do anything, you can actually set tasks for yourself that will remind you to do things. So you can even use your hub to set tasks per customer to put you on an actual follow-up plan. So let's say it's a customer that is a buyer that you want to remind yourself once a month to make a phone call, or once a month to, do something specific for. You can set yourself on that task to do that, which is really great. I think that everybody should have a plan of how they want to follow up. They should have a general idea of your touch plan, and you can do that and put people on that. See, like text, I want to text this person. And I want to, subject, this is what I'm going to text them. And you can attach something in here and then you save it for yourself. That's pretty cool. Anybody using that? No. So I was just saying, Luciana, that you can set up a follow-up schedule for yourself in the contact of what you want to do. If you want to text them, if you want to remember to call them, if you want to remember to email them something, within each contact, you can do that. You have in here the opportunity to set yourself up on a follow-up plan for them right down here. See, tasks right there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then if you set up an appointment with them, okay, I'm going to do a showing with them. You set your calendar appointments. And so you have your calendar in here.
Nice.
So I do everything in my Outlook, but you just can decide if you wanted to use this for that, you could. This is supposed to also, you can sync it to your Outlook. I just feel like it takes forever to sync everything all the time. So I just have not done that, but you could. It's supposed to sync with your Outlook as well. Questions? So much. Everyone's like,
I know,
well,
but too many.
you want to start with one?
Where do I see the campaign? So I want to put some buyers on campaigns, but like, for example, I'm an active type. Where's the campaign here? Like the buyer nurture.
Okay, so if we hop over to Active Pipe, the nurture campaign, you don't put them there. You would put them from myhub. You would go into your contacts and leads. You would decide who, you could do a group, all of your people, and you would put them into a group called Nurture. What did I call them? Let's go to my
Buyer
groups.
nurture?
No, it's called Newsletter Nurture Campaign. Hold on, I have them right in here.
Newsletter.
All groups.
I just want to preview it because I hate when people.
They have
oh,
them
I
in
got
there.
your email. I'm like, oh, I have no idea what it's about. Like,
Let me
not
see.
even an idea of what it's about.
Let's take a quick peek because I put them all in here and it's not showing me really good. Here we go. It's called Newsletter Nurture Campaign. So you put them in a group in myhub. You could do it, you could tag them in Active Pipe, but I think you're better off to put them in the group in myhub and let them feed over to Active Pipe. So you create the group in myhub and it automatically feeds over to Active Pipe. But the emails, you would have to look into email, not in campaign. It's emails. The campaign is just, they take the people that have been tagged and they send them out. So the campaign is just the matter of sending them out. What you're looking for is the emails that have been created. So you want to look at these, so you can say create email, and then you want to look at nurture. Better if I spell it right. Nurture.
There's an artist in here.
I can't see it. No, neuter. Nurture. There we go. Let's see. Maybe they call it something else. We might need to ask marketing what they call them. Oh, wait, we need shared emails, not templates, first of all. Shared emails. And then, here we go. And then they might call nur. So slow. Nur.
Got it.
Sure. Here we go. Yeah.
And so here I can preview everything that's.
Yeah. So I'm not sure which ones they might call them reside. Actually, they might use the reside ones. It might have been part of the happier. So they have tons of templates in here. So I'm not sure what they call the templates that they're using. I might have to ask marketing. But you see, there's tons and tons and tons of templates. It's a good question. Which one are they using?
Just because
We
for
could ask
some
marketing.
buyers it would make sense, for some yes, if
We can
know
ask
it's
marketing.
about- Yeah.
I'll ask Mackenzie because I don't remember what they call. I know that the tag is called the nurture newsletter campaign or the newsletter nurture campaign. Oh, maybe newsletter. Newsletter, maybe that's what it is, not nurture. Newsletter, that might be it. Ah, here you go. These are them. Let's if these say new development. Let's see. I don't think they'd be all new development.
I have the
Uh,
last ones.
These are new development. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, you have to be under shared.
No, it's not complete. Now you're on shared.
Oh,
Before
okay.
you were on-
Yeah, we may need to just ask
I
because
clicked
I'm
it
just
just
not
went by.
sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great question. I'm not really sure which ones are the nurture ones. It could be this one, like that's a.
Is
pretty
it too
one.
much me wanting to know what they're gonna get?
No, I'm
Is
sure
it
they
ones
could
that
tell you
can-
what they are. I just don't know what they are. I never actually asked, so that's on me. But anybody else have any questions? Anybody online?
Carrie, my active pipe is not set up yet, so we're gonna do it today, right?
Actually, that would be through marketing. I don't do that. So can you do me a favor, Victoria? When did you meet with Paige?
Today, later on.
Good. When you talk to Paige, ask her.
Of course, I will. Thank
Yes.
you.
You're
Mhm,
welcome.
great.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if it could have been the full folio one. And let's see if you click the folio, you know what? You have to preview it. They have such beautiful ones. You preview. I'm just not sure which one it is. But the interesting thing is, let's say I sent this out to people, right? And I actually wanted to see who clicked on this. I could get the list of all the customers who clicked on that. And I could download the list of people who clicked on that, and I could put them in the list of people who engaged. And I could create another list.
I guess you just have to play with it. So you get
Well, the most important thing is,
There's just so much. I tried playing
gotta
with
keep
one
going.
new thing that Sotheby's offers a week, and I'm not through.
well, it's because we
And
offer
like this
so
week,
much.
I'm like,
Yeah,
exactly.
we do. We
It's
offer so
awesome.
much. I think the most important thing for this week is that I want you guys to focus on listing alerts. That's the most important thing, because I think listing alerts are so much better, in my opinion, to work with these that they have here. Are we in the listing alerts? Listing alerts is under marketing, listing alerts. These are so much nicer if you look at these than what you get from MLS. And they go right to your website, so they keep them on your stuff, and you can text them and you can forward them in WhatsApp. So to me, that is just a huge advantage versus having them, in MLS and that home, whatever that thing is. What is that thing they called?
On home.
One Home.
oh,
Hey, Alex. So I just think that that's a great, advantage. That, and a lot of our agents maybe knew it was there, but never used it, never implemented it, and then forget about it. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this is beautiful, right?
It's luxury. It's part of the.
Yeah, and nobody else has this because this was built for us. This isn't a system that we went and bought. We didn't procure the system in the sense that somebody else created this and everybody else has this and people can buy a subscription to this. IDC Global created this for us. This is built for us. So nobody else has this.
So for example, I love being on my phone. I just, go on MLS and I see the last ones that came in for
Mhm.
every single buyer that I have, or,
Mhm.
comps for sellers and all of that I have in mind. And then I just click and I click share, and I've complained this to MLS 1,000 times that the share goes to the first to a cart, then to a list, then you have to copy, then you place on WhatsApp, or it's horrible. But if I find the address here, what is the easiest way for me to get this one sent over? So I play on MLS, obviously.
Well, if you're on ours, you just share to contact.
Thank you.
You just would be
But
sharing
then
to
they're
contact.
getting I prefer them getting every single time like this. I don't want them getting anything from, like if I share here, and then I have to go send my SMS, and then this opens up that I have to skip. Then I have to choose a contact. Now, normally what I do is I just copy this and post it somewhere else. let's
So
say
where are
I
you
have-
on right now, though?
I'm on
What's?
MLS.
Well,
I'm
that's
on
the
Seller.
problem. So don't be on MLS.
Well, that's where I search. That's the fastest
Well,
way
that's
for me
the
to
problem.
search.
If you're going to be on
It's supposed to
MLS,
be on
it's not.
listing alert.
Okay, but let's
Yeah.
say I have the address.
Uh-huh.
Like I want to share this address, this one. Is there
Just
any way
paste it
that I
onto your website.
can- And then
So you have your website shortcutted on your phone.
Okay.
So click on your phone, paste that website and share it right from your phone. I mean, you guys know that you can share, right? You can put your website to your home screen, right? You know that. So for example, where's my P? You guys see the P on my phone, the gray P, everybody see that,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I just took my home screen. When I press that, it goes right to my home screen and
It becomes an app. When you
so I made it like an app on my phone. So you could just paste that address right into that search bar. When you get that address, you just then click share and then share that right to your customer.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's this,
just as much work, but it just looks that.
it looks so much nicer and they're still on your website. So if you really want to use the MLS, you're doing the same thing, but at least it's looking better and you're getting them on your website. Yeah, but at least if you're still doing the same number of steps, it looks better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing an extra step just sort of to look better.
Yeah, but at least you have the website on your phone. So instead of you're just copying and pasting, you're just pasting it right there.
And I'm not sure
That'll
if
work.
it's just me because we always have this conversation. Oh, is that the one? Oh, did you send me that one by email? No, that's the one I texted you. No, that's the one I got there. No, oh no. That,
So the
that
cool
list.
thing is, if they get it on your website, then they just save it to their account. Now you can see it'll be saved to your account. And so now you won't be like, oh, did they like that? You'll see it because they saved it to their account. It should be in their account, but unless they didn't like it, then they may not save it. And that's okay too, because they'll be like, no, I didn't like it. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you all got something from today. Any questions before we end?
No, thanks for the help.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you very
good
much.
seeing y'all. Have a great
Bye.
rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.